Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's get into the MLB best bets for Wednesday, June 11th. I'll run the board, give you guys my 3 picks, and we'll recap kind of the action that we saw yesterday. For those of you that are new to the channel, awesome. Make sure you all like, comment, and subscribe down below. Also, feel free to leave your comments what you'll be on for this evening's card. And as always, we get Game 3 in the association, so looking forward to that Thunder and Indiana Pacers matchup once again. There are some interesting trends and statistics within that Game 3 matchup, so I will have my NBA video out a little bit later after this. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on so you get that in real time, okay? So let's get down into it. From yesterday, quick little recap. We did, like I said, 5 best bets. We did cash 2. The Rays and the Red Sox, that was kind of my outlier within a total. Lower scoring, was not seeing that one coming. Also, kind of kicking myself for not playing the Yankees on the run line. That was the other way I would approach that game. Talked about that a little bit, but we did get a slugfest. So for those of you that do have those Aaron Judge 400 or better on the season tickets, he's right there. He's right where we want him. It's very hard. I can tell you from personal experience, it's very hard when you do get close to that 500 batting average to keep that average above that line. Even if you go, you basically have to go 2 for 4, 2 for 5 will keep you right at 400, but anything less than that just absolutely kind of inhibits that line where you want to hold your average above 400. So that's going to be a fun one to monitor going forward. But the other game that was kind of noteworthy was the Dodgers, and outside of Kiki Hernandez throwing some absolute 3-gem innings, it was one of those games where you just kind of shook your head and wondered what the Dodgers did, if they even got off the plane. Okay, but that's kind of how I feel about it. It was unfortunate. I was doing some handiwork around the house and had that game on late night, and I just really don't know how they didn't get to Dylan Cease. I'm still shaking my head on that one. The Dodgers did not play ball whatsoever, but that is good because it does set up for the narrative today where I look for a bounce back, and I'll get you into that pick. It will be a little bit later on, as these games are kind of on a little bit of a getaway day, as we do have a lot of early starts. 12:35 is that first pitch with the Marlins Pirates, and let's jump right into it, okay? And that's kind of where we look at the Pirates. Don't call it now. Don't call me crazy, but my Pittsburgh Pirates are playing some interesting baseball, okay? However, last night was kind of an outlier, kind of bucking that trend, and you can see kind of what I'm talking about as the Pirates, okay, were losers to the Pittsburgh, or to Miami, 3-2 in this spot. But the first game, they did win 10-3. I'm sorry, they did win 10-3 to Miami. Then they were able to take 3 against Philly. So a little bit of an outlier here with Miami. A lot of people kind of would look into the Marlins, or I'm sorry, the Pirates as being strong candidates just to kind of keep it going within regression. But I think this is something where you look into the inability for Pittsburgh to score runs. Even with Cal Quantrill pitching, if you look at the Pirates, I just don't see their team total getting over 3 or 4. So I think Miami here, plus 135 on the money line, it's attractive in the sense that I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but from this value standpoint, I could make the case and argument that Miami will do enough offensively to kind of rival the Pirates in any shape or form in this spot. So if I was going to lean anything, it would be Marlins here in this contest. Next game, Cubs and Phillies. We do get Ben Brown going against Jesus Luzardo. This is Cubs for me, but I just don't want to bet against Jesus Luzardo. He's been impressive for the Phillies. They're at home. It's always a great handicap taking the Phillies at home. The one thing about this game, though, is we look at the absence of Bryce Harper. It's definitely taken a toll. Chicago lost last night 8-4 to the Phillies. They won the first 2 games in contest. That's kind of where you look into. They won the first game 3-4. 4-3. The Phillies won against the Cubs. So as they look to kind of close out this series, for me, guys, this is a tough one. Okay, and this is a stay away game for me. This is one where if you just want to watch it, great. But if you want to talk about why the Phillies should be favored, well, Jesus Luzardo is that reason. As you know, they weren't the best he didn't have the best starts leading up till today. So I definitely think the Cubs here are live here, plus 105 with Ben Brown pitching. I could see this game going over the total of 8.5 as well. So please keep that in mind. Probably my best bet in this situation would be taking the over 8.5, just because I think the side's more of a coin flip. but I do think we get runs from both sides. Okay, Reds Guardians, Nick Lodolo going against Logan Allen. This is interesting because the Reds have had a great record in 2025. Against the Cleveland Guardians, and Francona's return has been very impressive. We got to see Andrew Abbott last night throw a complete game. We don't get to see that too much in the MLB. And that was one where we were on the Reds money line, and it's all the same today. Okay, the Reds minus 102, backing Lodolo. That's kind of where I would see this game shaking out. The Guardians had a lot of opportunities to win in a 1-0 game. And for that matter, so did the Reds. So it works both ways, but I do think in this contest, the Reds are just playing a little bit better baseball at the time of this game. I know it's a little bit early. I could see the Guardians winning. I could see the Reds winning. It's truly a coin flip, but I think I would go with recent form and take Cincinnati on the road as a short road underdog. Okay. Braves, Brewers, Schwellenbach going against Patrick. This is one where I'd like to back the Braves. You talk about Schwellenbach and what he was able to do. It's a pretty decent number here as you look in kind of what he did in his recent start against San Francisco. Only 3 earned. He threw 6 innings, 94 pitches. This is where he had a 1.05 whip. The one thing for him, though, is he does walk some players from time to time. As we look at this game, the Braves are minus 140. They are deserving of that price. We're going to stay away from it, though. It's a little bit too expensive. I do like the Braves, but I won't lay them minus 140 on the road. Okay. Blue Jays and Cardinals, Matthew Liberatore going against Lauer. You want to look at the Cardinals for a bounce back. I probably would as well. Cardinals at home has been very profitable. Just taking it based on the numbers, this would be a Cardinals home bet for me. The Toronto Blue Jays won the 2 previous matchups by 1 run. So I do think that despite them having what you would call the better pitcher in this spot, I think that the Cardinals are deserving to be minus 135 favorites at home. I would trust the numbers in lean Cardinals, but no official play. Next game, Mariners and Diamondbacks. Brian Wu going against Ed Rodriguez. You look at the Brian Wu-led Mariners away from home. It's going to be a handicap that sets up pretty nicely for Arizona. I look for this kind of the offense to continue for the Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte, you can go into that direction. They look at the first 2 games. Arizona's been winning with some margin. Okay, if Ed Rodriguez was not pitching for the Snakes, I would definitely look into this game, potentially even a little reverse run line, right? You could get some extreme value. I'll show you guys kind of what we're looking at. If you just trust the Diamondbacks bats, I don't mind this whatsoever. You want to look alternate line, talk about Arizona minus 1.5, almost plus $2. Okay, if you want to take that price, that's kind of where I would lean. That would be more so a half unit play, a little risky gamble for me. Fading Brian Wu on the road. That's kind of where I would stack up in this game, where I would look for the Diamondbacks to win on the run line. A little bit of a contrarian play with the rest of the market. I just don't trust Brian Wu's road splits, and as you look at this game, as we talk about it, you can see the total set at 9.5. We are expected to get some runs. I just think the Diamondbacks minus 1.5 is the correct way to play this if you were going to play it, as they look for that 3-game sweep against the Mariners. Okay, next game, Athletics and Angels, and I promise you guys we will be getting to the best bets. They're just not there yet. The Kyle Hendricks-led Angels taking on Jack Sears. As we talk about it a little bit, this is kind of where you look into, JP Sears. Wow, I got my football players mixed up. If you look into JP Sears and Kyle Hendricks, you talk about this game. This is one that does set up for some runs, okay? Kyle Hendricks has been a fade candidate, so potentially Athletics team total is something that I would dabble into, as I'll show you guys kind of where that number is. You want to talk about the runs for the A's. If you want to go into the 4.5 category, which is a little bit too high for me, and backing them over 4.5 at minus 115, that's probably how I would handicap this game. Outside of that, no official play. All right, Dodgers and Padres, right? We're going to go right back to it. I talked about it a little bit earlier. We're Robileski, 7.2 ERA. I think the Padres bats stay hot. And Randy Vasquez, I know that he has had some outliers along the way, but I definitely think that the Dodgers, they were able, the only thing that scares me was they were able to preserve their bullpen a little bit. And that being said, I don't think it's going to matter against the Padres, but I definitely think the Dodgers do get a little bit of resurgency here. Because right now, guys, they just don't play well on the road. But I do think they score more than what they did yesterday. And that's kind of where I'm going to lean to the over 9.5. That will be my first official play in games between the Dodgers going over the total of 9.5. They've hit that in 60% of their last 10, and I think this is going to be no exception, as I think they'll be able to get the Vasquez, and I think that Robleski will allow the Padres bats to stay hot. So let's go over 9.5, Dodgers-Padres as my first official play. Detroit and Baltimore, we're going to pass on this one. It's a great pitching matchup, Eflin versus Casey Mize. Collectively, between these two pitchers, they have an 11-3 win-loss record on the season. I probably would lean Tigers at a short -104 price. Back in Casey Mize, he always gets to win, right? 6-1 on the season. But outside of that, no official play. But I do lean Tigers in this game. Nationals and Mets, David Peterson on the bump going against Jake Irvin. Now, as we look at this one, this is kind of interesting to handicap because the Mets are a huge moneyline favorite, -2 and 250. As it currently stands. And you want to talk about the Mets. They've been playing great baseball. This would be a potential dance partner for me if you want to put the Mets money line within the likes of the San Francisco Giants. I definitely think that being an avenue. Personally, that would be how I would approach this game from a money line standpoint. But outside of that, guys, there will be no official play. Unless you're going to bet the Mets -1.5 at -125. There's no way or reason to get involved. Total set at 8.5. I think this is with David Peterson pitching. He's going to get a good quality start. And I do think the Mets get this one done with some margin. So I would lean Mets -1.5 as my best bet. Rays, Red Sox, okay, Walker Buehler and Zach Littell. If you want to go right back to it, right now it's 9.5. If this was 8.5, this would be a best bet, but 9.5 at -120, juiced up to that 10-run total. If you want to talk about this game, runs. Okay, the handicap yesterday was correct. We just didn't get it, and that's kind of where I would go right back to it, going over the total 9.5. If it was 8.5, I would bet it. 9.5 is just a lean, but that's where I'm at within the Tampa Bay-Boston matchup. Okay, next official play. This will be between the Rangers and Twins. I am going to be backing the Rangers again on the money line. Okay, personally, I think it's just a little bit too much value. And as we talk about this game and what we're getting, we get Leiter going against David Festa. It's a fade against Festa. I think the Rangers bats stay hot. They've been, playing exceedingly well. They've won 3 straight. There are some duds where the Rangers just don't hit the baseball. But yesterday, if it's any indication of where that's going to be headed, they were able to score 16. So let's go with the Rangers here in a +118 price, where a lot of people are probably thinking they go back a little regression back to the mean. But I think that going against David Festa, it does set up nicely for the Rangers with that +118 money line price, and that will be my best bet on that game. Okay, the last 3 games we're going to talk about, we do have an official play: Yankees and Royals. Kind of a sneaky game, but Bubic for Kansas City has been impressive at home. I just don't trust the Kansas City bats. If you wanted to make a play in this game, I think that Kansas City at a +106 money line favorite is essentially live. But for me, guys, it's really hard for what we saw with the Yankees yesterday hitting the baseball. I think it's going to be all the same. I think the Yankees on a short price is very attractive. Outside of that, if you wanted to lay some juice, -146, Kansas City +1.5. But this is one where, the handicap sets up for Kansas City and that lefty going. But no, I'm not going to bet against the Yankees, so this will be a pass for me as well. Okay, if you did want to kind of dabble into some Aaron Judge numbers going against a lefty, you can definitely do that. I think that there are some pretty good numbers there. You probably have to lay over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs to get anything attractive, and I think that's kind of where I would stack up. Okay. Astros and the likes of the Houston Astros and the likes of the Chicago White Sox. Burke going against Gusto. For me, guys, this is a lean towards the Astros. We talk about kind of where we're at. -166. If you wanted to play this game, for me, this would be the Astros to not bat in the 9th inning. That's kind of how I see this one playing out. But the Chicago White Sox, okay, winning 4 of their last 5 games. Houston lost last night 4-2 to the White Sox. We called that one out in a lean. But I would definitely look into the avenue where Astros win and not bat in the 9th inning. That's kind of where I would look at this game if I was going to bet it, but this will be a pass as well. And then the last game, Giants and Rockies. We're going to go right back to it. The Rockies had a lead and then losing, I think, 6-5. Blowing that lead, that's a morale killer. Kyle Freeland going 1-8 on the year, 5+ ERA, going against Robbie Ray, 8-1. He's been outstanding, 2.44 ERA. I think it's all the same, okay? Looking at the Robbie Ray starts that we have had, okay, against the NL West, and you want to kind of go into what he's done against the Colorado Rockies. Okay, he had one outing. He basically went 7 innings, 2 hits allowed, 2 walks, no runs, and a 1.25 whip. I think we get all the same in this game. He pitched outstanding against San Diego last time out. I think it continues. Okay, so minus 220 for the Giants is actually pretty cheap if you ask me. But in this game, the best way to play it would be minus 1.5 San Francisco at minus 145. I bet this a little bit earlier, and I did get a minus 135. So don't go chasing the number, but I do think San Francisco wins by a margin. I think that Robbie Ray shuts the door. And also, if we want to talk about kind of what you could do, the other way to approach this game, and I'll show you guys on the screen from a pitching standpoint. Okay, you would have to go to player props here on Outlier Pitcher, and then find Robbie Ray in terms of earned runs. Okay, you could go the under 2.5 at minus 110 that he's hit in 80% of his last 10 games. That bet, I think, in my opinion, is live. So Robbie Ray under 2.5 earned runs. Also, if you wanted to kind of dabble into it, okay, Robbie Ray, pitcher win. To record a win at minus 105, I think that's very cheap, and that's probably the best way that I would approach this game. As long as San Francisco gets out in front of Colorado and he goes 5 innings, I think that this one is a very, very cheap price and an alternative way to take the San Francisco Giants on the money line. So that's kind of how I view it. So if you did want to kind of same game parlay it, if you can, Robbie Ray to get a win, Robbie Ray under earned runs, and the San Francisco money line. It probably does not allow you to do all those 3, but you can do a pitcher same game parlay probably in that regard, and have a little bit plus money to get that one going in a more profitable avenue than just taking the Giants on the money line. They are on the road, or else I would be laying multiple units for them to not bat in the 9th. But I do like the Giants minus 1.5, and that's going to be my best bet, as I was able to lay minus 135 on that. But don't go chasing it if you can't find minus 135 out there. Okay, so that about wrap it up. Those are my 3 best bets. We ran the board. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Just a little quick recap. We're going Rangers money line, Dodgers, Padres over the total of 9.5, as well as the San Francisco Giants minus 1.5 at minus 135. And if you didn't want to chase the minus 1.5, Robbie Ray to record a win, I think, is a very profitable bet. Okay, so I appreciate you guys. Good luck on your tickets. Enjoy the NBA action as well, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.